I'm the kind of person, left to my own devices, would end up in my office writing music, poetry, or something, writing a book, and coming out for only short breaks for food and to see people. It's just how I'm made. And I love the individual exercise of deep meditation, heart and mind, like so involved in creation as an individual. And I just love where I can go as an individual. As I describe it, to write a song isn't so much about crafting one, it's not manufacturing one, it's finding one. You find it somewhere within that black hole. It's just there for the picking, if you will. And if you write music and songs particularly, you just have this delight of being able to hear those melodies before anybody else does, and then to transcribe them, to make them available. And if you're lucky, somebody will perform it so that it can be heard by the world. It's not just a me thing. It's not just an individual thing. It has to be individual for you and for me, right? If there's not something courageous going on individually and powerful, if we're not exploring the depths of what could come through us creatively, and if we're not shunning the ancient ignorance ourselves, well, nothing else is on. But if we have that courage, that absolute will from within that's expressing through us, we realize that alone we're not nearly enough to bring through the wholeness of what ought to be in our world. It takes you and me. It takes us, us, us. We move into us in the individual experience, yes? Some of us would just love to make other people behave the way they ought to behave, do the things they ought to do. But that's not the way this works. The way this works is we go into this as deeply as possible ourselves, and then we begin to see others who are doing the same. And our doing it encourages them. And as they do it, it inspires us. And then we get to witness each other, right? We get to see each other and eye to eye and just glory in what's happening. We are creating an aperture through which the invisible can emerge. I can't know for certain the destiny of, or I should say the fate or the course of what's going to happen for America or the world. But what I can know for real is what you and I are sharing right now. We share what we could call a social body, yes? Together with other human beings and whatever groupings, we form some kind of social collective. We are a social body here at Sunrise Ranch and with emissaries around the world. And social bodies are important. They're useful. We had a wonderful 4th of July picnic. And there was the social body of Sunrise Ranch showing up, and not just people who live here, but with friends. And it's a wonderful thing to celebrate in, children and everything. There's also a spiritual body. A spiritual body. Spiritual body, which is not a ghost, as some people think of ghosts, but it is, you might say, ghost substance. It is the auric field of this body. And we have our eye on what we're doing every day and the details of it. That's important. But we also have our eye and our heart tuned into the auric field that we're sharing. this field of substance that we're sharing. It's laced with deep heart. It's laced with truth. It sparkles. We're interested in contributing to this auric field through all that we do. As I say, it's been a spectacular morning, still is. What are we doing here? We're simply letting this auric field build, knowing that God above, God within, has something to say through this auric field as it's there. We are responsible for the field, for the richness of the field, and then allowing the field to be a place where the power of creation comes through, where the garden of God can be born in essence, in human experience, and therefore in the world. We are here for that process, to allow that to happen. So it is a we process. The social field can build the spiritual field, this collective spiritual field. It is said that the true priesthood of the world, a priesthood of priests and priestesses, not a particular denomination, not a particular culture, not a particular teaching, but a true priesthood. A true priesthood brings people together to do this work. And if it all goes well, if what's potential in that coming together, that convening, reaches what is possible, then in that coming together, yes, there's a social field, then there's a spiritual field, and there is a coming close to this point of emergence at the center of the human experience, at the center of the body of humanity. That center isn't geographic, it certainly isn't national, though it can appear through any person, in any place, and through any nation. But there is that point of emergence, a true priesthood holds a space that draws people together into one place in the auric field, so that the truth of humanity, the truth of who we are as human beings, can be on display for the Most High. On display. So that in essence, together we can say, here we are.